The owners of this house should consider packing out because what was caught on his Ring camera was extraordinary. It was a regular night, but this night turned into a nightmare when a creature that looked like something out of an alien movie came to check up on the house. The creature doesn't look like anything that has been seen before, causing people to simply conclude it's a skinwalker. This video looks ordinary, doesn't it? But that's not quite right. To those inside, it was a regular night, but whoever was outside at that time must have come close to a cardiac arrest. A few seconds after the lights came on, you can see on the far left a creature walking into the frame and walking away again. Some say it's a dog, but that late at night? Perhaps not. This couple was about to leave their ranch when the unexpected happened. They suddenly heard a scream from a distance and went outside to check.
Whoa.
What is that?
Scared the shit out of me. Some screaming.
The inhuman screams were coming from a naked man who was just standing at the edge of the forest. The man just stood there, looking lost. The couple themselves didn't know what to do and finally decided to whistle.
What is that? Some person?
What the It's a naked man.
What?
Hello? Are you okay?
Can we help you?
He's just standing there.
Hello? What the
But whistling turned out to be a bad idea, because the moment they did it, he suddenly turned towards them on all fours and started running towards them. If that was a real skinwalker, they didn't wait to find out.
All we have to do is whistle. I heard whistling to them is like the worst thing you could do.
What?
Yo.
Whoa.
We need to go.
Whoa. Run.
Run.
Go.
Go.
This lady called out to her cat, but what happened next wasn't expected. The cat turned to her with its glowing eyes, but lightning flashed, and the face of a woman was seen on the cat. The cat was probably no longer her cat. Wherever this is, what was captured in it was terrifying. The place is already deserted, and you can see the distance is pitch black and empty. But is it really empty? Not quite.
Not a person? No, it's an evil identity. It's evil.
As the video progresses, a gray figure towers in the distance, but it doesn't stand still for long. It begins to move, and it's a good thing there aren't people around, or it would have been chaos. Whoever was filming had a great presence of mind. Another person would have immediately fled.
Evil entity. This thing's like wicked looking. But it's a human form though. You gotta wait until you see the video. I got it on video. This is like one out of a million things that people will not. They'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait until you see this. Oh my God! It's like you should see this thing, Mike. Oh my God! Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
Imagine coming home or waking up and seeing this on your roof. There are many things happening for which there are no explanations. But this, some people say it's just a drunk man on the roof. But is it? Crawling so eerily on the roof doesn't exactly fit the description of a drunk man. If it's a skinwalker, then it's time to pack out. Well, now how does one explain this? It's the dead of night and this creepy creature appears in front of the house. It could easily have been dismissed as human, but look at those arms and its unusual figure. That's clearly something to be concerned about. It is said that skinwalkers are witches that can take the form of animals or humans. This video shows a creature that is too tall for a regular person. It just stands there, holding onto the pole. Is this a ghost, a glitch, or a skinwalker? In November 2022, it was almost midnight when a security camera captured something jaw-dropping. This scene looks normal at first, but that normalcy suddenly takes a strange turn when what looks like the apparition of an animal or two animals appears. On closer inspection, it looks like two crawling humans, which makes it even more disturbing. This next video is extremely scary once you see the hands at the bottom right. The people in the tent had no idea a skinwalker had visited them until they checked their security camera. The video shows two glowing eyes and a large, dangerous-looking arm at TGE bottom right. Thankfully, no one was hurt. This video was captured in Turkey in 2023, and it set the internet on fire. It's probably one of the best skinwalker sightings, but we'd like to hear your thoughts on it. The video first shows a normal landscape army. Then whoever is filming zooms in on the little hill. The first thing that comes to sight is a pair of glowing eyes looking around, then two large horns, not unlike those of a huge ram.
Ahmet bu boynuzu şaş yapar mı Ahmet? Boynuzu şaş yapar bak. Burayı koruyan boynuzu şaş yapar, bu çok güçlü. Çok güçlü Ahmet, sakın panik yapma bak. Başına büyük bir sıkıntı gelebilir, sakın panik yapma bak. Görüyor musun? Şu an bize bakıyor. Ben şimdi bunu...
Some people say it's either a goat or a ram, but it could be neither. And from where it stands, observers find it quite hard to tell what it really is, which is why others directly say it's a demon. People are still trying to find an explanation to this. In the dead of night, a creature is seen hanging off the side of a house. Its two eyes glow continuously as it moves its head around, and its fingers are not what one would want to see in a nightmare. It seemed to be barking, but the sound was nothing like a dog's bark. What could it be? Let us know in the comments. An officer of the Saudi Arabian police was out on his night duty when something happened that would forever be imprinted in his memory. As he scoped the area, he saw a figure in white with black hair dangling from his head. It was a human. But obviously not a regular human. Some say it's a witch, and others say it's a skinwalker. The figure moved toward him for a while, causing the officer to break into a run and the figure to chase him.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
In this next clip, many people agree the creature is a skinwalker. The video shows a normal grassland, but then a shirtless figure is seen walking in a weird way across the field. The people behind the camera immediately concluded it was a skinwalker. What do you think?
Guy? What the? What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. What the?
I'm gonna get my gun.
This man took a trip to Skinwalker Ranch and he came back changed in ways words can't explain. The video says it all. There he is, emerging from the underbrush, crawling on his hands and knees as if he's no longer himself. Brace yourself. This video is guaranteed to make your skin crawl. In the footage, 4 naked figures appear, but there's something off about them. Their movements are unnervingly strange, leaping from the fence in ways that defy human capability. Some viewers claim they move like frogs, yet they're far too large to be any known creature. The only explanation? Skinwalkers. This police officer was scoping the area until he heard something that made his skin crawl. As he walked forward, an eerie scream suddenly broke the peace of the night, causing the officer to immediately turn right back the way he came. It was a quiet Saturday night at the Espanola police station, and Carl Romero was at his post, keeping a steady eye on the surveillance cameras. The station lay under a blanket of stillness, with only the hum of monitors breaking the silence. Romero had almost drifted into a routine when a strange flicker appeared on one of the screens. At first, he dismissed it as a moth, common enough on night shifts.
It started out as a pretty typical Saturday night. Espanola police officer Carl Romero was on duty, keeping an eye on the surveillance cameras around the station, when he saw something in the sally port.
At first, I thought it was like a polilla, like a fly, a moth. And then I saw the legs and it was a human.
But something made him look closer. This was no ordinary insect. The figure had legs that moved with an eerie fluidity, giving it the unmistakable silhouette of a human, but not a human as he knew it. This was something else.
But not a real human.
No, it was just a ghost.
So Romero reported it and told his supervisors. Detectives showed us the camera that captured the image. They say there is no way in or out of the secured area.
The figure drifted effortlessly through the gated entryway, slipping past the metal barriers without so much as a sound. In any ordinary circumstance, an entry or exit would trigger the alarm, the metallic clang of the iron gate echoing through the station. Yet this figure passed as if the barriers were mere illusions. There were no alarms, no sounds, only an unnatural calm as it glided across the screen.
They say there is no way in or out of the secured area without an open gate and alarms sounding.
You can see it walk through. It walks in the direction of the old transport cages. And there's not really any way for it to get out through there, but it seems to walk right through that.
Detectives say there's no logical explanation for this, not an issue with the lighting or a technical glitch.
It moved in a way that no living person would, silent and cold, fading in and out of the shadows. Romero felt a chill run through him, a sense of something otherworldly. He knew what he was watching, a ghost or a skinwalker, or at least something far beyond the ordinary.
A lot of our officers have seen certain things. Some of our officers have felt what appears to be somebody breathing down their neck as they're working on reports in the briefing room.
Cops at the station also report hearing strange noises in the middle of the night and seeing unexplainable images in the lobby area too. Espanola police tell us as far as they know, this is not an ancient burial ground, and they say the police station has been here since 2006, but no inmates have died here. But they do say there have been some unsolved murders nearby.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do, actually. I do believe in ghosts.
Do you think that was a ghost?
I do. I do believe it was something.
This clip claims to have been captured at an abandoned house in Japan. An urban explorer sets out for a routine exploration, but ends up encountering more than he bargained for a visitor from beyond. At first, everything seems quiet. The footage starts with shaky shots of the house's decayed rooms, casting dark shadows along crumbling walls. But as the camera rolls, something chilling creeps into view. Suddenly, just seconds into the video, a pale, ghastly hand appears, gripping the corner of the house. It looks as if it's straight out of a horror movie, clawing its way toward the camera. The explorer's flashlight flickers, illuminating only the hand, while the rest of this mysterious figure remains hidden, just out of sight. Before he can make sense of it, the hand vanishes into the darkness as quickly as it appeared. A tense silence follows, broken only by the explorer's footsteps echoing through the empty rooms. He slowly moves deeper into the building, sweeping the light across the broken furniture and scattered debris. The camera pans across an open doorway, but there, lurking in the shadows, a face stares back, unnoticed by the explorer. The camera just barely catches the figure's hollow, ghostly eyes watching him. Only its profile is visible, framed by a curtain of long, dark hair that hides most of its face. For a moment, the explorer's light grazes it, and the figure recoils into the shadows, disappearing just as quickly as it arrived. The house falls silent again, leaving behind an unsettling mystery, one that will haunt anyone who watches the footage long after the screen goes dark. Something strange is about to happen in this relatively calm place. Under the night sky, it looks peaceful and serene, and no one in the world would think anything is unusual. Then, a white cat walks into the surveillance camera's range. The cat comes to a stop, facing away from the building. Then, something that leaves question marks happens. The cat looks back at the building, then takes about 2 steps forward and immediately disappears into thin air, just like that. as if it were never there to start with. How would you react if you woke up to find a ghost staring directly at you? It certainly wouldn't be a pleasant experience. A man in Argentina had just that chilling encounter when he checked a notification from his backyard camera one morning. Intrigued, but apprehensive, he reviewed the footage, only to discover something that would send shivers down anyone's spine. In the grainy video, a figure completely dressed in a flowing white robe stood eerily still, facing the camera with an unsettling gaze. What made it even more disturbing was the sight of the figure seemingly weeping, tears streaming down its face. The haunting presence left the man with a sense of dread, forcing him to question the reality of what he had just witnessed in his own backyard. Was it a skinwalker or an actual ghost? A report is still unfolding about a missing girl whose current whereabouts remain a mystery. Although her fate is unknown, her disappearance was eerily captured on a backyard camera. In the footage, the girl can be seen being led away by someone into the dense woods. However, there's a disturbing twist. The figure guiding her is not an ordinary person. It stands unusually tall, far beyond the height of an average human. This raises unsettling questions about what exactly happened that day. Could it be a skinwalker, or something more sinister like a ghost? What do you think? This man had a chilling encounter with what appears to be a real ghost while walking down the street. With his camera recording, he noticed a figure dressed in white, gliding silently down the opposite side of the street. The figure had an ethereal, almost transparent quality, which only heightened the eerie atmosphere and reinforced the belief that he might have just witnessed a ghostly apparition. The unsettling sight left him questioning what he had seen and whether he had crossed paths with something from beyond the grave. At approximately 1 a.m. on November 26, 2023, CCTV footage captured a truly eerie event. The compound appeared calm and undisturbed, with no signs of activity. Then, in a shocking twist, a strange creature seemingly materialized out of thin air and sprinted away into the darkness. The suddenness of its appearance raises unsettling questions about what might be lurking in the shadows. This next clip is downright unsettling, especially since it seems to involve a child, or at least something that looks like one. The CCTV footage captures a fleeting moment when what appears to be a small figure suddenly darts from one end of the room and races up the stairs. But was it really a child? Or could it be something more sinister, like a skinwalker or a ghost? The mystery deepens with each passing second. Watch closely and let us know what you think in the comments. Security cameras often capture unsettling, inexplicable moments, events that seem to defy any logical explanation. In this eerie clip, two men are casually strolling down the street when one of them suddenly collapses. His friend rushes to help, but that's when things get truly bizarre. Out of nowhere, a shadowy figure emerges from the fallen man's body and lunges toward his companion. attempting to attack. Just as quickly, the figure vanishes, leaving no trace it was ever there. It's as if something otherworldly slipped into our world for a fleeting moment. A group of urban explorers ventured into the eerie, abandoned Overbrook Asylum at the Essex County Hospital in New Jersey. They moved cautiously through its decayed hallways, whispering to each other as they took in the place's dark history. Everything was quiet until they entered one of the rooms. Suddenly, a high-pitched, screeching sound cut through the silence, sending chills down their spines. Startled, they quickly swung their camera in the direction of the noise. What they saw was something straight out of a nightmare, a four-legged creature, fast and furious, charging toward them. In a moment of pure terror, they abandoned all plans to investigate and did the only thing they could. They ran, sprinting through the shadowy corridors, desperate to escape whatever was lurking within the asylum's walls. This next video is downright chilling. It begins with a man cleaning his pool and going about his routine, when a dark, shadowy figure suddenly appears to his right. In an instant, it seems to take control of him. He abruptly flings the mop from his hands as if possessed. From there, things get even stranger. His movements become erratic, like a character overtaken by a force in a horror film. His wife approaches, concerned, but he violently shrugs her off, then drops down onto all fours, moving in a way that defies reason. Can anyone make sense of this? In an old, abandoned building, there's a strange, four-legged figure lying flat on its belly. It clearly isn't a live animal, just a figure. But then, out of nowhere, its neck stretches forward, twists slightly, and then goes limp again. The person filming even hits the figure, but it stays motionless. So, how did it move on its own, and why? Aside from houses, roads have been found to be haunted. A truck driver repeatedly heard his co-workers talk about seeing a ghostly figure standing in the road in Louisiana, but he never quite bought into the story. However, while driving one night through the supposedly haunted route, he encounters an extremely eerie sight. The driver sees what looks like a pale girl hunched over on the ground, and as he passes, she looks at him and raises a hand. The driver naturally doesn't stop to know who or what that is. He simply sped past. Do you know the old stories about monsters lurking under the bed? This clip brings that nightmare to life. It starts innocently enough. A young child is lying on the rug, humming and scribbling away, completely at ease. But then, something moves beneath the bed. What seems like fingers reach out, only to reveal a shape that is far from human. In a heartbeat, the figure lunges, snatching the girl so quickly it's impossible to catch every detail. She's pulled under the bed, and what happens next remains a chilling mystery. During a seemingly ordinary late-night walk, this individual was enjoying the calmness of the night when, about 10 minutes in, he suddenly began to hear unsettling screams echoing from under a nearby bridge. His curiosity piqued, he decided to pull out his camera and venture closer to investigate, unaware that he was about to put himself in grave danger. As he cautiously approached the shadowy area beneath the bridge, the chilling screams intensified, emanating from his right. He turned to look and was met with a sight that would haunt him forever: a terrifying skinwalker, its form twisted and unnatural. Instinct kicked in, and without wasting another moment, he turned on his heels and fled, desperate to escape the menacing creature lurking in the darkness. In this chilling video, a person is seen walking alone along a desolate road in the dead of night. Suddenly, the sharp crack of a branch snapping in the nearby woods pierces the silence, alerting him that something is lurking just out of sight. A cold shiver runs down his spine as he realizes he's not alone. As he approaches a nearby light, he glances over and comes face to face with a figure that seems to be staring directly at him. It's a skinwalker, and it doesn't take long for the creature to switch into attack mode. With a terrifying speed, it drops to all fours and starts crawling toward him. What do you think would happen if it caught up to him? Would he escape, or is there something far more sinister waiting? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. This guy was just minding his own business, taking out the trash, when he suddenly heard an eerie sound echoing in the distance. Curiosity piqued. He set the trash down and decided to investigate. As he moved closer to the source of the noise, a mix of confusion and apprehension washed over him. He had no idea what to expect.
Hello? Hello?
It was only when he got close enough to see the person clearly that the horrifying truth dawned on him. The voice belonged to something that was far from human. The realization sent chills down his spine, and he instinctively recoiled, caught in a moment of pure disbelief. A lone individual is walking down a dark path at night, a chill in the air that makes him feel as though he's being watched. He glances around but initially sees nothing amiss. As he continues along the trail, an unsettling sense of dread begins to creep in. After what feels like an eternity of walking, he suddenly spots something ahead that will haunt his dreams for years to come. There, in the shadows, is a gray creature on all fours, moving in an unnatural and awkward manner. At first, he stands frozen in shock, staring in disbelief at the bizarre figure before him. But then, reality crashes back in, and adrenaline kicks in. Without a second thought, he turns on his heel and bolts down the path, desperate to escape the nightmare lurking in the darkness.